Look at Bad Magic the Gathering combos that actually work. And this first combo is going to come from Cold Ward 9642. Starting off with the Gravitic Punch. You're going to punch with that gravity, you will. We got a red 3 generic sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target player. And it's got Jumpstart, which means you may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs. Then you gotta exile this card, so you get like a 2-for-1 in your Gravitic Punch. How does this combo work? Well, you simply need to have a creature that has as much life as your opponent. And we're gonna have Sarah Avatar, white 4 generic, star Avatar. And the power and toughness are each equal to your life total, which hopefully if your opponents have the same life total, then they're dead. They're an absolute goner. Alright, we're going to keep going with Toads' combo. We got the Blade of Selves, Blightsteel Colossus, and Sundial Infinite. You got to keep the tokens. I don't know what that means. We've got Blade of Selves. It is a 2 generic equipment. Equipped creature has Myriad. Whenever it attacks for each opponent other than defending player, you may create a token that's a copy of that creature that's tapped and attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. Exile the token at end of combat. You can also equip for 4. And we're gonna I guess we're gonna put on Blightsteel Colossus? What, the trampling, infected, indestructible? What do we need any other parts of this combo for when we got Blightsteel? Like, well, won't Blightsteel just do the job by itself? Anyway, okay, if Blightsteel Colossus would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, reveal Blightsteel Colossus and shuffle its owner's library. This will help you understand Myriad. Oh, and did we just make a copy of Blightsteel? So when it attacks each opponent... Oh my goodness! Danger! We get a copy of the Blightsteels. So what does Sundial do? Pay 1 tap. Ah, we end the turn. You know, you could have just stopped it right here. I think Blade of Selves and Blightsteel is good enough. But instead, we're going to end the turn, which means we're going to keep the tokens, because the tokens are not going to hit the end of turn trigger. See, like, exile the tokens at end of combat. Oh, sorry, we're not even going to hit the end of turn. We just don't. We deal damage. So this is very important. You can activate abilities at the damage step, and that is still part of the combat phase. Weird. Okay, so we're going to deal damage at the damage step, and you're actually allowed to activate abilities and cast spells at that time, and I guess that's when we end the turn. End the turn, and it is over. Cool combo. Okay, next up, we've got Sam with the Fabled Passage. This is a land. How is that part of a combo? Root, Path, Purifier, and the Wheel of Sun and Moon. Gonna be mooning people out there. Crack Fabled Passage, search for Fabled Passage. That doesn't make any... What? under like, what sense does that make? Oops, this is the wrong super chat. Sorry. This one. I guess I have to read the thing. Okay, we had Fabled Passage. It's just a fetch land, right? Search your library for a basic land card, put onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. Root Path Purifier says lands you control and land cards in your library are basic. So the Fabled Passage does in fact search for the Fabled Passage. Wheel of Sun and Moon says enchant player. If a card would be put into enchanted player's graveyard from anywhere, instead that card is revealed and put on the bottom of that player's library. So what, are we fetching out all our lands? I think, hold on, it's revealed and put on the bottom of their library. Hold on, but what does this do? Is this infinite? Search for Fabled Passage, crack it again, infinite. Ah, the infinite landfall goes on forever. When do the lands end? When did they start? Where will they finish? We will never know. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. Weird infinite landfall. As many landfall triggers as you could possibly want. KenCon with our first super chat. We've got Ronan, Cliff Rider, paired up with Nako Tay. So bad but cute. That's okay. This is all about bad combo. We don't have good combos around here. You post a good combo, I'm disqualifying it. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Okay, Nikachu is a 3-mana equipment? I thought this was going to be an artifact creature or something. Equipped creature deals damage to... Whenever equipped creature deals damage to a creature, tap the creature. As long as Nikachu remains in play, that creature does an untap during its controller's untap step. Okay, so it's like basically frozen. Whenever equipped creature deals damage to a player, that player loses 1 life. Was that even necessary? We're already dealing damage, aren't we? Okay, and then we got the Ronin Cliff Rider. It is a red 3 generic 2/2 human samurai with Bushido 1. If it blocks or becomes blocked, it gets bigger. Hold on, I got something. Where is it? It gets bigger. Things get bigger and smaller. I just have to get the shrinking sound effect. I only got the bigger one. Okay, anyway, whenever it attacks, you may have it deal 1 damage to each creature defending player controls. Okay, I don't get it. I've read both cards. It attacks, you may have it deal 1 damage. Whenever equipped creature deals damage to a player, that player loses 1 life. Does this combo or something? Then when they lose 1 life, does something else happen? So when you attack, you deal damage. Or is it like you deal 2 damage? Whenever equipped creature deals damage to a creature, tap that creature. I don't get it. Tap their entire board until they remove Nikachu. How does that work? Every time it deals damage, it taps creatures. Yeah, it deals 1 damage. So whenever a equipped creature deals damage to a creature, tap the creature. As long as Nikachu remains in play, that creature doesn't untap. But we have to deal damage to the creature. This deals damage, to each creature. It's like, what's it called? It's like Cyclonic Rift. Ah, we deal 1 damage to each creature. That is a fantastic combo. Tap it all down. Tap it down and take out the trash. Okay, next up, let's get the Jaded Psychotogan Upheaval. That is a good combo. Too good for this show. The Jaded. Come on. I just said this is it's a bad combo show. That is an old good combo. Probably, honestly, isn't very good by today's standard, but it's pretty legendary. Yisa says, Dear Nikachu, your videos help me sleep during my chronic anxiety. Love your content. You're welcome. And I know what you mean. There's like all sorts of podcasts that I listen going to sleep. Just I can listen or streams. You know what? I've also gone to streams. It's like a 7-hour stream. It's like, all right, let's just listen to this thing and I'll go to sleep. I totally get you. Okay, Arcanus with Entomb, Time Stretch, and Memory Deluge. I know almost all these cards. What? Oh, sorry. What? Oh, not memory. It's Mnemonic. Mnemonic Deluge. Okay, this is the card I don't really know. Blue, 6 generic sorcery. Exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. Copy that card three times. Not once, not twice, but thrice. You may cast the copies without paying their mana cost. Exile Memory Deluge. Well, for 9 mana, it better be worth it. So what are we copying? Maybe Time Stretch? Copy an instant or sorcery. I guess we're copying Time Stretch. And then all of a sudden, target player takes 2 extra turns after this one. And what's more expensive? Paying 10 mana here or 9 mana there? I think the 9 mana. All right, what are we going to do with 6 extra turns? Entomb? Oh, sorry, we're going to Entomb for the Time Stretch, get into the graveyard, and then we're going to take 6 extra turns. And you know what else is going to happen? Your friends are going to never invite you over again because they think it's really lame watching you take 6 turns after the one that you just took. And they didn't take any turns. All right, next up, we've got John with the super chat. Rest in Peace plus Energy Field. Isn't that a good combo? Rest in Peace. Pretty sure that's like a legacy combo. Yeah, that's like a, well, whatever. You know what? It's bad. Sorry, it's bad by today's standards. No one even in the legacy plays this damn thing anymore. Okay, Energy Field is a white 1 generic. Prevent all damage to you from sources you do not control. But when a card is put into your graveyard, sacrifice Energy Field. Well, that would seem pretty easy. Like anything can go to your graveyard. You can mill some cards, you can make them discard, but not when you have the Rest in Peace. The Rest in Peace is a white 1 generic enchantment. Enters the battlefield, exile all cards from graveyards, and if a card or token would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, it's gone. It doesn't go there. It goes to the big to the big, I don't know, nothingness in the sky. I don't even know how to explain exile in the world. It's like when you get cremated, you turn to dust and then you just vanish. Can't reanimate that, that's for sure. Okay, we got Gens with the Phyrexian Tyranny. Phyrexian Tyranny. And then the wheel plus wheel and deal bad combo. Is this like... Oh, this is definitely a Wheel of Fortune card. Wheel of Fortune! Oh, I should get a Wheel of Fortune sound effect. I don't know if they'll copyright strike me, though. Wheel of Fortune! Okay, Phyrexian Tyranny. We got red, black, blue enchantment. Whenever a player draws a card, that player loses 2 life unless they pay 2. And we're going to force them to draw cards with our Wheel of Fortune, baby. It's a red 2 generic sorcery. We draw 7 cards. Sorry, we discard 7 cards, then we draw 7 cards. This is like, I guess this is like Shieldred at home. You don't gain life. You are maybe making them lose life, and they have the option to pay for it. So this is Shieldred at home for sure. No, Nikachu, say Wheel of Money the same way you say Wick Donald and Bugger King. Like I don't need to play around with it. I don't have to play around the intellectual property that badly. Okay, next up we've got. It gets lost in the blind eternities, I always thought. Vanish into eternity seems to support that. I don't even know what that is. I honestly don't even know what that is. Wheel and deal! We'll figure it out. Okay, Jess with the Heartstone. Oh god, this is a 4-card combo. You guys, hey, look, when you give me 4-card combo, you gotta give me some explainer thing here. Okay, hopefully I know what this does, because I do know what a Sliver Queen does. The Queen Bee. We got the mana something, mana sliver. I'm just gonna look at mana sliver. Mana Weft Sliver, and the Cloud Shredder Sliver. So many combos within the the Sliver community. Let's say the Shredder community. All right, everything has flying and haste. Also, everything adds mana if it's a Sliver. And then Sliver Queen is pay 2. Put a 1/1 colorless Sliver creature token onto the battlefield. But we need to make more. 1 Sliver's not gonna do the job. But then we've got the Heartstone, which is a 3-mana artifact. The cost of each creature ability required an activation cost is reduced by 1, which as far as I understand is useless here. This cannot reduce... Oh no, it is useful! So we don't have to pay 2 mana to make 1 Sliver. We can pay 1 mana. Alright, it was way more useful than I thought it was. So we pay 1 mana, and all our tokens have haste, and they all can make mana. So each token makes another one, makes another one. DG Khaled, another one. Another one. Okay, we got Tavian's very proud over here because they've came up with this one themselves. We got the Halo charged scab. What the hell is a scab? It's some sort of weird zombie. Like, to me, a scab is a scab, like I had a wound or something. I've got like a scar on my hand from a scab I like just didn't let heal. And then I don't know, half a year later, it's a scar. Okay, we got the ghostly flicker. Okay, I know what that is. You know what I've been doing all these weird combos for long enough that I've actually learned quite a few of these bad combo cards. Baral. Oh god, how many cards is this? Baral 2? And then we've got an AC? This is a hell of a free combo I'm giving you. People have to pay hundreds of dollars for me to show these combos. What does AC do? You can play additional lands. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you draw cards. I love that. Brawl makes everything cheaper. And if I'm assuming that's the relevant part of that card. Landfall. And a land enters the battlefield, you can add 1 mana of any color. Ghostly Flicker. Exile your stuff and return them to the battlefield. And the Halo charged scab. Okay, it enters the battlefield, each player mills 2 cards. Then you may put an instant, sorcery, or battle card from your graveyard on top of your library. So we're essentially putting the Ghostly Flicker back. So we're flickering this? We're flickering this and something else. So this puts the Ghostly Flicker back on top of our deck. Maybe this. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control. Oh, no, we put a land. Okay, so we Ghostly Flicker, land the Scab. Scab enters the battlefield. Put Ghostly Flicker back on top of our library. Land enters the battlefield. We draw a card. We net a mana from the Lotus Cobra. I don't even think the Lotus Cobra even needs to be here. But let's just say it is. And so we got mana, and then we draw the Ghostly Flicker, and then we get to repeat this all over again. You got it? Step 1. Ghostly Flicker your Halo Charge Scab. And then and a land. And when it comes into play, oh, and each player mills 2 cards. So you can mill them out, maybe? But you're drawing cards. Oh no, but you're putting the thing back on top. I think you can actually mill them out. Wait, I took things out, just AC Ghostly Flicker and the Scab. That's all you need? Yeah, I don't think the mana matters, because it looks like you just mill them out. I think you mill them out with the Ghostly Flicker, Halo Charge Scab, and a land and AC, and that's about it. That's all you need. Yeah, we don't need extra fluff. Yeah, we don't even need Brawl. What is Brawl even doing here? It's pointless. Completely pointless to this combo. I don't know, it made the Ghostly Flicker cost a little less. Win more. Okay, we got the Crowned Stag with the Dusk Mantle Guild and Mind Crank. I will admit that this is a bad combo. It is a pretty well-known combo, though. Guild Mage. And then Mind Crank. Generally on this show, we go for cards that are very unknown. So Mind Crank 2 mana artifact. Whenever an opponent loses life, that player mills that many cards. You got the Dusk Mantle Guild Mage for 2 mana, 2/2. For pay the 3 mana, whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere this turn, that player loses 1 life. And also, so is that it? Is that the first one? Or a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, that player loses 1 life. And if they lose life, they mill that many cards. But if they mill that many cards, they lose life. And then they keep going until they have completely lost the game. And it's GG for them. Oh, let's take one from the freebie section. Okay, Christopher B. What an abomination is this? Juniper Gillikers. Juniper the Order Ranger. Kitchen Finks. And the Test of Endurance. Test of Endurance is a white 2 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 50 more life, we win the game. I love the sound of that. How do we do it, though? We need a Kitchen Finks. Enters the battlefield. We're going to gain 2 life. Also has Persist if it gets sacrificed. And Juniper Order Advocate. A 3 mana human knight. A 1/2 creature. Green creatures you control get +1/+1 as long as Juniper Order Advocate is untapped. I have no idea how you combo with this. They get +1/+1. Giving it +1/+1 does not nullify the Persist, by the way. What was the end of this combo? At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 50 or more life, you win the game. You only need to gain 10 life. I swear, you could just be like, Test of Endurance. Card that gains 10 life. Win-win. I don't think this works. What are you trying to do here? There's not a lot of words on the Juniper Order Advocate. It does literally nothing. Christopher B's spewing out more combos. Also, Presence of Gone and Intruder Alarm is too good for this show. I'm disqualifying this combo until I hear something, because I actually don't know how is this supposed to work. It's literally just a 3/2 creature. So the rule is that if there's a -1/-1 counter on a creature, you can cancel it out by putting a +1/+1. They like cancel each other out. You can just take all the counters off. But if it's a -1/-1 counter, this Lord effect is not going to cancel it out. I mean, it just lives a little bit longer, I guess, but then it dies. Did I get the wrong card? What's the right card? What was Christopher B up? Juniper Order. Oh, there's a Ranger. The Ranger. Okay, I'm an idiot. The Juniper Order Ranger for a white, a green, a 3 generic. It's a 2/4 human knight ranger. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and a +1/+1 counter on Juniper Order Ranger. This still does nothing. This didn't help at all. Kitchen, you would put a counter on this thing, and then it does nothing. Okay, moving on. I'm moving on. That was a bad that's a bad combo. That one works. How does it work? Like, you need some sack outlet for the... You need a sack outlet for the kitchen finks. This is not a sack outlet. There's no sack outlet. Yeah, you need a sack outlet. Okay, we'll just assume a sack outlet, and it works. Choose, I don't know, to play anything. Any random sack outlet. Okay, we got Keisimaru, the 12th... The 12th Doctor. I can't spell 12th. And Glorious End. If you make an opponent copy the spell, it resolves before yours, wiping them off the stack. There's a lot of ways to cast it from outside your hand. Okay, so the idea is Glorious End the turn. At the beginning of your next end step, you lose the game. But we're going to give it to them. The 12th Doctor, a 5-mana 4/4. The first spell you cast from anywhere other than your hand each turn has Demonstrate. And whenever you copy a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on your 12th Doctor. So the first spell you cast from anywhere has whenever you cast this spell, you may copy it. If you do, choose an opponent to also copy it. Ah, interesting. But hold on, doesn't it end the turn? So, like, only one person's going to get a copy of this, right? I think I remember, like, we had something similar on the show before. Maybe it was the same combo. And it's like, well, if you end the turn, then everyone else's copies just, like, don't resolve. So only one person's copy actually resolves. But still, you'll get someone, and then you will look like a smarty pants. Next super chat we've got coming from Ian, the Assault Suit and the Plague Reaver. Everything else dies in the end. You're telling me. Okay, Plague Reaver. It's a black 2 generic 6/5 beast. At the beginning of your end step, sack each other creature you control. Discard 2 cards, sacrifice Plague Reaver. Choose target opponent. Return Plague Reaver to the battlefield under that player's control at the beginning of their next end step. Give it to somebody else? Sacrifice each other creature. So basically, it's a creature like you don't even want to own because it sacks all your other stuff. Discard 2 cards, sack this thing, choose target opponent, return it back. Give it to them. Assault Suit, pay 4. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has haste. Can't attack you or planeswalkers you control and can't be sacrificed. Oh my god! So you're gonna give it to them? At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of equipped creature until end of turn. If you do, untap it. See, they wipe their board. Alright, here's the board wipe creature. Please take it off my hands. It's like one of those cursed pieces of gold or something like that. The cursed statue. Okay, we got Con Man AU with All Will Be One. Then we got Oger, Axonil, The Deepest Might, and Death's Greeters champion. I didn't know Death needed a greeting. Death Greeters. Alright, I found it. Took a while, but I found it. Death Greeters champion is a 3-mana 2/1 human warrior with dash. Back up. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield, put a counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability until end of turn. Double strike. Okay, what is it going to do? We got Oger, 4-mana 4/4 trample. If a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage less than Oger Axonil's power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to Oger Axonil's power instead. What? What does this combo do? And when it dies, returns to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. Oh god! Is this like part of the combo too? We pay 3 mana, transform temple. Oh, so you just go back to the regular side. What's the last piece of this puzzle? Whenever you put one or more counters on a permanent or player, All Will Be One deals that much damage to target opponent, creature an opponent controls, or planeswalker an opponent controls. Okay. Oh, this is not the card. all these All Will Be One combo cards. I don't understand this combo. Okay, when it comes... It doesn't even deal damage to anything. We have backup. What does this thing do again? Whenever you put one or more counter... Okay, so it does put counters. All we want deals that much damage to target opponent. So then we put a counter on this thing. And then if we do, a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage less than Ogre Oxidal's power to an opponent. That source deals damage equal to Ogre Oxidal's power instead. Something like that. We put counter. When you put counter, deals that much damage to an opponent. They deal damage to the opponent. They deal damage to this thing. Whenever a red source deal an amount of non-combat damage less than Ogre Oxidal's power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to Ogre Oxidal's power instead. I don't get it. Yeah, I know. I sort of understand it. It's like you put a counter on this thing. The thing will trigger, it'll deal damage, and then somehow it deals damage back to Ogre, and then something will happen. So the damage from all will be 1 starts at 5 and pumps every turn. Okay, I thought it was infinite or something. Synergy that actually... Bad synergy that actually works. People that give you too many complex combos, I have an easy one. Well, but you got one already. This is gonna be a long show if you've ever been part of one of these. You've been a lot. I want to try to get out those people who've never been a part of this show. Okay, back to the paywall section. By the way, Prime Jaders, thank you so much for being a member, becoming part of the coffee crew. Okay, Netherium. We got Chamber Sentry. Come on, you give me 4 cards. It's a rule, people. You give me 4 cards. You have to tell me what happens, how it works. Because I can't look at this card. Look at this thing, Netherium. Sometimes all 3 of these abilities matter. Sometimes not. Like only one of them matters, and it's really hard for me to figure it out on the spot what your cards do. Okay, draw a Scorpion, and then we got Prototype Portal, and the Altar of the Brood is the only card I know. It's like a milling card. Okay, we got the Altar of the Brood for a 1-mana artifact. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. Yes. Prototype Portal. Imprint. When Prototype Portal enters the battlefield, you may exile an artifact card from your hand. Pay X, tap. Create a token that's a copy of the exiled card. X is the converted mana cost of that card. Are we imprinting this thing? Or maybe we're just the Draw Scorpion. Whenever Draw Scorpion or another artifact creature is put into a graveyard from play, you may untap target artifact, which I'm guessing is going to be this thing. And then we got Chamber Sentry. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. X, tap, remove X, +1/+1 counters from Chamber Sentry. It deals X damage to any target. Also, pay Wooburg. Return Chamber Sentry from your graveyard to your hand. Explain yourself! Where's the explanation for this damn combo? I still don't even know what it does. I swear, we're gonna make a new rule. I'm gonna skip your combo if it's like 4 or more cards. We have enough problem with 3-card combos on this show. Yeah, you're exactly. See, when you don't and that'll put pressure on you to explain your combos, because when you explain your combo, you realize you don't even have the cards necessary to make it work. You will feel the shame. You will feel the shame. Okay, creates. Okay, thank you. LZH, they know what's going on. Create copies of Sentry Infinite Recursion. Okay, so we are using Chamber Sentry on the Prototype Portal. We're going to make copies of that. Create a token that's a copy of the exiled card. X is the converted mana cost of the copy. Because why? Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on for each color of mana spent, which will be 0. Remove X counters. But it just dies. Okay, so whenever it's put in the graveyard... Oh, I see. Okay, now I get it. So... see, it's got such a jank order here. So we're Chamber Sentry... on Prototype Portal. Pay 0. Tap it. It's going to come into play as a nothing and die. But then Draw Scorpion says, well, that's fine, because something died, you can untap an artifact, which is going to be Prototype Portal, which we can tap again to put that creature back into play, and it will die and untap the Prototype Portal. But where is this going? Well, let's see, if anything comes into play with Altar of the Brood out. Then it mills them to death. Ah, excellent. It's not infinite recursion. It's just infinite, like, enter the battlefield, right? Yeah, untap portal from the dross. All right, we saw. We all collectively together figured it out. But you know what? You also have to figure out where to buy these combos from. You get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. They've got the Altar of the Broods. They've got the prototype portals. You could buy your prototype portals anywhere. But you know where I would buy mine? I would buy them at FusionGamingOnline.com. And I'm not saying that because it's my favorite local game store. I'm also saying that because I'm obligated, because I'm sponsored. And you would also do, if you were me, you would use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Play bad combos as much as you want because you're not even committed to the deck. If the deck sucks, you just send it back and then rent another one. Rent more bad combos. And you can support the channel renting using my Mana Traders link in the description below. Or save good old 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_1JV. God damn, this is going to be it's going to be a long night, people. This is going to be a long show. Okay, that was a super chat. Okay, 14 hours. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Okay, this is 3 cards. 14 hours. Agatha's Soul's Cauldron. By the way, if anyone wants even more bad combos that actually work, I mean, we can't get every single one on the show. Hold on, Agatha, I know this card. Just put in Soul's Cauldron. Is it Soul Cauldron? Agatha's Soul something. Okay, I just don't know how to spell Cauldron. Exiling Grinning Ignis. Thank you. We have Description. Okay, this is actually a 4-card combo. Iron Apprentice. See, you know how to do it, 14 hours. I'm giving you an even bigger applause than that. You deserve all the applause in the world. And you have Impact Tremors. The Academy Award would love to thank you for your description of the combo. Okay, Impact Tremors is an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, Impact Tremors deals 1 damage to each opponent. Iron Apprentice enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it, and if it dies, if it had counters on it, put those counters on target creature you control. If it dies, put counters. I don't understand the point of this guy. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, we have so we exiled the Grinning Ignis. So with Agatha's Soul Cauldron, everything with this has a +1/+1 counter on it, which means it has all the abilities of the souls taken with the Agatha's Soul Cauldron, which is the Grinning Ignis. So we can pay a red, return Grinning Ignis to its owner's hand, which is useless. Hold on, how does that work when there's no Grinning Ignis? Because it's not even on the battlefield, so you can't even pay the cost. But what is the point of that? So when it enters the battlefield, we get a counter. So we're going to pay a red to put a Grinning Ignis that doesn't exist back into our hand? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, then you control... Okay, now I'm lost. I thought I understand what was going on. What else does this say? You may spend mana as over any mana. Exile a creature, you get a counter. Creatures you control. Yeah, I have no idea. We have now entered the confusion zone. You return the Iron Apprentice. Oh, do the rules work like that? Okay, so you return the Iron Apprentice, and then you just replay it for infinite mana. And then also, sorry, not infinite mana. Infinite Impact Tremors. Okay, so I guess it just works like you return... That's not intuitive. So instead of returning Grinning Ignis, it effectively says return this card to its owner's hand. Cool combo. If it actually works. I'm going to need a judge to double check that one. Okay, well that's fine. Next up, we will always prioritize the bigger super chats first, but we will get through every super chat, I swear. Blake Mamba, can't stay and watch since I'm at work, but I'll leave this one here. Yargle and Multani, that is a vanilla card, isn't it? And Indomitable Might. Indomitable Might. in Commander. Have a great day. Have a great day. Does anyone watch the LA Beast? Oh, I should look into what that guy did. I used to binge watch all his videos. Don't watch if you don't like watching some guy throw up a lot. Okay, we got a green, a black, 3 generic, 18/6 vanilla creature. I was right. I was spot on. But we have the Indomitable Amite. It is a green 3 generic aura with flash. An enchanted creature. An enchanted creature gets +3/+3. An enchanted creature's controller may have it assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Aha! So you're gonna get hit. What is 3 + 18? That's 21. Do you have how much commander life you have? You have 21 life? Well, not anymore. Now you have 0. It's over. Yeah, LA Beast here. LA Beast is a YouTube goat, I know. I hope he lives long. Like, I watch his videos and I'm like, this guy is like not making it to 50. The way he like treats his body, it's terrible. I thought you were the only YouTuber worth watching. Anyway, we got the Beast, the LA Beast. Well, why did I bring that up? Anyway, okay, moving on. Let's get... Okay, I'm trying to pick out like new people, almost never been on the show before. We got Cardboard Box with Griffin Canyon, Animate Land, and Trickery Charm. Big Griffin land creature, apparently. Okay, Trickery Charm. Instant, choose one. Target creature gains flying until end of turn, or a creature, or target creature's type becomes the creature type of your choice until end of turn. Or look at the top 4 cards of your library, then put them back in any order. I suppose we are going to turn something into a griffin? Animate land! Until end of turn, target land is a 3/3 creature. That's still land. And I bet we're going to change the creature type of that land. Did it specify what it's going to be? It's just a 3/3 creature with no creature type. And then Griffin Canyon. Tapped, add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. Also, untap target Griffin. That Griffin gets +1/+1 until end of turn. We are going through all this work for this damn Griffin? We're going to turn the 3/3 land into a Griffin so that we can untap it with the Griffin Canyon, I guess. That's it. Unbelievable. It works. I mean, I will give you that. Here's an impressed sound effect. Okay, next up, we go to Prime Jaders. Thank you very much for your super chat. What is this? Hapatra? Obelisk Spider. Which Hapatra? Okay, I'm assuming it's this one. Obelisk Spider. We have Carnifex. That's it. Demon has serious power. I need to get a Hapatra to add to my deck to pull this off. So you have the combo, but you don't actually own the cards yet. That's funny. Oh, I think the land untaps itself? Really? Hold on. Whoa. Let's go move back here. Till end of turn, target land is a 3/3 creature. Tap, untapped. Oh, are we turning this? Oh, we're turning the Griffin into the land. Oh, that's sick. I almost did a disservice to this combo. You're right. So we're turning... I was like, what land are we turning this into? We're animating the Griffin Canyon, and then we're giving it the creature type Griffin, and then we can tap it for what, man? No. We tap it to untap it, and we have infinite power. Oh, that is an absolute... This actually has now been upgraded to amazing combo. I thought it was pathetic. I was wrong. Okay, back to this combo. We have a Carnifex Demon, a 6-mana 6/6 with flying. Enters the battlefield with 2 -1/-1 counters. Pay a black. Remove a counter from Carnifex Demon. Put a -1/-1 counter on each other creature. Now, Obelisk Spider says, whenever the spider deals combat damage to a creature, put a -1/-1 counter on that creature. Whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So that has synergy with the Carnifex Demon. And then Hapatra says, whenever Hapatra deals combat damage to a player, you put a -1/-1 counter on target creature, and when you do, you get a token. Create a 1/1, but what do the tokens do? So we're gonna put... Where are we? Oh, so I guess we're gonna put the -1/-1s on the creatures. It's gonna die, and whenever it dies, do we get like more stuff? I don't understand the Carnifex Demon part of this thing. What role does it play? Or does it just start the chain with the -1/-1 counters? Whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. How does this chain together? Whenever you put a -1/-1, so we get a okay, so we put a counter on, we get a creature, we get creatures, we may, but we also simultaneously we deal damage at the same time. Oh, but if we deal damage, what is the second one? Remove a -1/-1 counter, put a -1/-1 counter on each other creature. I don't get it. What do we do? What do we do, Prime Jaders? Essentially, the demon helps close it out. That is not very descriptive to me. You know, usually when I'm looking for combos, I'm like looking to see how does this go infinite. I'm like, yeah, it does some stuff. But like, what does it do after that? If it does anything. That's why I need the description, people. I need that description more than you think. I'm looking for infinite combos amongst all these cards. I feel sad for this last one. There was an infinite combo. There was literally an infinite combo here and I didn't see it. That was on me. That was pathetic. I can't see if there is an infinite here. You get the 1/1. You deal some damage, gain some life. It's just a bunch of stuff. You have plenty of 1/1 spires to immediately pop all of them and win the game. Oh, is that how it works? Okay, I'm going to trust you on that one. They'll lose 3 life where X is the number of creatures on the board. Absolutely. They absolutely will. Okay, next up. Okay, Tola Duck has a nice, sweet, short one. Okay, Tide, Water Minion, and Illusionist Bracers. The Bracers. It's a 2-mana equipment. Whenever an ability of an equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability. You may choose new copies for the copy. You may choose new targets for the copy. Then we have Tidewater Minion. It's a blue 3 generic 4/4 elemental with Defender. You can pay 4, loses Defender until end of turn. You can also tap it to untap target permanent. So it can untap itself, can untap Time Vault. It's a very rare ability. What is this? So if an ability of an equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability. So we have infinite untaps. I don't know, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. I don't know where this goes. So you just have infinite untapping, which actually can trigger a lot of stuff. And on top of that, if you put any other auras on top of this that require a tap, then you have like infinite infinite activated abilities of those things. Tavian asking, what is the music? It's called Mother 3 Going Alone. Go for it. It has the flips. Yes, it does have the flips. You got it. It's got the flips. I swear Voluntarism has suggested this combo before. Thassa's Oracle and Demonic Consultation. That is a good combo. No good combos on this show. It's gotta be bad. We got bad combos. Bad combos. Platonic Liquid. 2 unblocked attackers. Silver Fur Master. And 2,000 Faced Shadow in hand. Keep ninjutsuing. Where is this? Okay, 2,000. Oh, you want two of them? 2,000 Faced Shadow. Okay, so we need 2 of these in hand. Keep ninjutsuing the shadows, copying the rat. Kind of obvious, but whatever. It's not obvious to me. Okay, so we need Silver Fur Master to attack and not be blocked. And then ninjutsu abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate. Another ninja and rogue creatures you control get +1/+1. So then we got the 1,000-faced ninja, the 1,000-faced shadow. It's got ninjutsu for blue 2 generic. But when it enters the battlefield from your hand, if it's attacking, create a token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. Which means you need another 1,000-faced shadow. I guess I guess it's copying the other 1,000-faced shadow. If If it's attacking, create a token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. The token enters the battlefield tapped and attacking. How do they bounce off of each other? No, copies the rat. Okay, so we're gonna copy the rat, which means ninjutsu abilities cost 1 less to activate. So we got like 2 of them that are 1 less to activate. But this ninjutsu is not free. Like, it costs 4 mana, double blue, as far as I'm concerned. I don't understand how they like bounce off of each other infinitely. Where's the original scripture that you wrote? 2 unblocked attackers. So we need 2 Silver Fur Master and 2,000 and 2,000 Face Shadow in hand. Keep ninjutsuing the shadows, copying the rat. But you have finite mana, don't you? Because it will at least cost double blue each time that you do this. We have an explanation for the last combo. Each time a creature dies, other creatures get -1/-1. Then those creature dies, you get more spiders. You can use... What was the death trigger on that last one? What was the death trigger on your last combo? Deals combat damage to a creature, put a -1/-1 counter on that creature. There's like no death trigger for any of these things. Or I guess you put more -1/-1 counters on the creatures. It doesn't matter what the death trigger is. Okay. You can keep ninjutsuing when you return the first shadow to your hand? Huh? Okay, so I play 1,000 Face Shadow, then I play another one. But don't you have to keep paying for it? Yeah, but it only costs like 6 to 8 mana to kill. Oh! Okay, since the Silver Fur Master reduces the cost and buffs all your ninjas. Yeah. Okay. Now I get it. But I don't see how that kills them. Like, other ninja and rogue creatures you control get +1/+1. I mean, at some point you have to stop putting these creatures in play. It doesn't give them +1/+1 counters, right? It's just like other ninjas and rogues you control get +1/+1. And the most it can cheapen is just the 2 generic mana. Then it's just gonna cost 2 or 8. I'm gonna trust you can kill them. Okay, they die from getting the -1/-1 counters on the 1/1 snakes. You see, all these shows are turning into this, like, where we're like, I have no idea what's going on. I think we're gonna have to do that in the future. I'm gonna refine this show. You tell me exactly how this combo works, and then I will know. I will just trust your explanation. Okay, next we'll get probably a few more freebies left before we're going to be in, what's it called? Super Chat jail. Because love to get some more... Okay, let's get Patrick. Baron Glory. Oblivion Ring, Quicken, Apocalypse. That is... I want to disqualify that. Like, that is a pretty common combo. What is even the point of Quicken? What, you want to do it at instant speed? I think we all know the Baron Glory, Oblivion Ring, Quicken, Apocalypse combo. I guess the only difference is with Quicken, you can do it at instant speed. David Groves with explanation. That's right. You explain on top of deck, a bunch of mana available. Think it should be easy to work out from that. Whisper Wood Elemental. I think I'll do that. I'm going to prioritize the people who actually explain their combo. Guild Mage. And you have a Wormfang Manta. Okay. Wormfang Manta on top of deck with 9 mana available, apparently, somehow. Let's go back. Whisperwood Elemental is a 5 mana 4/4. At the beginning of your end step, you manifest a top card of your library. You can also sack it, and until end of turn, face up non-token creatures you control gain. When this creature dies, manifest the top card of your library. So I guess the idea is, so you have this on top of your library, you're going to manifest it. Then we have Shadow Guild Mage, which is a black 1/1. Pay a blue, tap, put target creature you control on top of its owner's library. Also pay a red, tap. Shadow Guild Mage deals 1 damage to target creature or player and 1 damage to you. So part of the combo is to have like a big boatload of mana. You manifest this and then surprise, So, Wormfang Mantis says, when it comes into play, you skip your next turn. But when it leaves play, you take an extra turn after this one. So that, oh, this is cute. So it never entered the battlefield as like a manifest creature, but you're gonna kill this thing off all the same. Deal 1 damage to target creature or player, or put target creature you control on top of its owner's library. Oh, so it leaves play and then goes back on top of your deck. This combo is actually insane. I commend you for this combo. That is a really janky but unique thing. Cool stuff. I like it. Next super chat from another Prime Jaders. Hold on, is this the same one? Has some serious potential. I need to fetch myself at a Hapatra. This is sick. Oh, sorry. By the way, if this is sent, yeah, you sent it twice, so we'll donate it. No problem. Thank you very much for your super chat, Prime Jaders. I hope we did justice to the combo the first time around. Someone in the comments section, give me a detailed schematic about how that combo works. Step by step. Step 1 to step 20. Yeah, it's so cool. It's actually good. It's a bit awkward on the colors, but, you know, you can make it work. Okay, we got Ellen Chan Gaming. A Booby Trap. Saheeli. That's not specific. I'm assuming Saheeli Rai. The Sun's Brilliance. Lantern of Insight. 20 damage if opponent draws a card. Okay, that's the objective. I don't mind that sort of explanation. Okay, you play with your top of the cards revealed. You can also tap, sack it, and everyone shuffles their libraries. Saheeli is the Sun's Brilliance. Create a token that's a copy of another target creature or artifact you control, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. It gains haste. Sack it at the beginning of the next end step. I'm assuming we are copying Booby Trap. Booby Trap says, as Booby Trap comes into play, name a card other than a basic land card and choose an opponent. The chosen player reveals each card he or she draws. Then when the chosen player draws the named card, sacrifice Booby Trap. If you do, Booby Trap deals 10 damage to that player. So the idea is, look at the top card of their library. We're going to copy Booby Trap a ton of times because we can create a token that's a copy of target artifact, creature you control, artifact or creature. Except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. The token gains haste and exile at the next end step. We can do 10? Do 20 damage if the opponent draws a card. Yeah, you could do 20 damage. This is really convoluted, but it works. So weird. That is a weird use of Lantern of Insight. See the top card of their library. You're going to choose the card that you know they have on the top of their deck. Okay, next super chat coming from Platonic Liquid. A big one. The first shadow will cost 3. Oh, okay, let's go back. We're going back to this one. All right, she wants more justice for her combo. Okay, the first shadow will cost 3, and it will copy the rat. All right, I got that. You'll have 3/3/3 attackers. Now the second shadow costs 2. That's correct. Bounces the first shadow, and you have 4. How did we? But don't we bounce something else back to our hand? Hold on. There's a battlefield if it's attacking. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I missed the create a token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. Okay, so I can see. I thought they were just bouncing each other, and they're like, it was like a clone, effectively. Okay, I saw copy. I didn't see the whole thing. Okay, with that is so much Skrilla, Platonic Liquid. Is there anything extra I'm missing? And then you have 4/4/4 attackers. Last show to cost 2, and now you have 5/5/5 attackers. All right, that is great. That is great ninjutsu synergy. Thank you, Toads and Avatar. Toads and Avatar are saviors for this channel. Okay, who is not common to the show? Okay, we got Lucar Lock FC with Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, turn 1 is an easy combo to get banned from playing Commander with your friends. That is correct. That's why it's too good. That is a good combo that actually works. Okay, Dois D. We got Villas. broker of blood. Shield Dread. The Apocalypse. And Harmless Offering. Yeah, they always say it's harmless, don't they? Donate Villas 15 mana to kill 1 person. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what does this card do? It's an 8 mana 8/8 flyer. Pay a black, pay 2 life. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. So the idea is make them lose life by any means. Oh! So if they take, you poke them for 1 damage, they draw cards. But when they draw cards, they lose life, they draw more cards. And then Shield Red will absolutely annihilate them. And before they know it, it's over. That's a cool combo. Okay, next up. We've got, Steve Cooper. Shield Dread, the Apocalypse. Another Shield Dread. Okay, I'll just leave it over here. Then we've got Donate, which is effectively Harmless Offering. Is this like literally the same combo? Donate and then Mind Moil. Give your opponent the Mind Moil with Donate. Also a donation for chat. Steve Cooper always looking out for the coffee crew. You see, the raccoons, they take from your garbage, but they give back. Okay, Mind Moil. Red 4 generic enchantment. Whenever you play a spell, put the cards in your hand on the bottom of your library in any order, then draw that many cards. So we give them the Mind Moil. Put the cards in your hand on the bottom, and they draw that many cards. And then if they draw that many cards, they lose that much life. But then, I don't see how this is infinite. It's just like they play spells, put the cards in your hand, Oh, in your hand. No, but it's gonna be theirs. In any order, then draw that many cards. I don't get how, I mean, I guess that's it. Yeah, good combo, but not infinite. It will deal damage. It is a little bit underwhelming compared to that last one that will absolutely kill them in 1 shot. He never said it was infinite, it's just super deadly. Okay, that's fine. It's good enough for me. Maybe I need like also more instructions. Not infinite. Infinite. Not infinite. We need categories of these bad combos. They are bad combos. Hey, don't get me wrong, this is a bad combo show. I want the bad combos. Okay, now there is a donation to be picked up. Let's give it to... What poor soul probably donated or gave something 5 minutes ago. Okay. Bethelgoose. Okay, we got Kiln Fiend. I know that one. 2x mutagenic growth. This is like for one-on-one magic. Yeah, you'll have enough. Teamer Battle Rage. Truth be told, I've lost this combo in Modern before. Kiln Fiend. You cast a spell or you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +3/+0. But with mutagenic growth, it's going to get +2/+2. And you need 2 of them, so you give it +5/+5 twice, which makes it an 11 power creature. Then Teamer Battle Rage just gives a double strike, and then you strike someone to death in 1 shot in the 20 life 20 life one-on-one games. New keywords for Nikachu's channel: infinite or not infinite. Yeah, exactly. Did you just say Bethelgoose? Something like that. I didn't know how to pronounce the name, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, next super chat. We got Crowned Stag with the... First off, I want to give you a beautiful super chat sound effect. Pollen Bright. Pollen Bright Wings. And Perforos the God. Is this less well known? I've never heard of it. I've heard Perforos being combined with a lot of cards, but not with Pollen Bright Wings, that's for sure. Okay, this is a white-green 4 generic aura. Enchant the creature. Enchanted creature has flying. Oh, I didn't. We have a flying Perforos. Whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green sapling creature tokens. But it specifically says combat damage. Perforos says, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, Perforos deals 2 damage to each opponent, and creatures you control get +1/+0. What's the combo here? Whenever an enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, we're gonna get... Okay, oh, I see. Okay, I could... You know what? You're taking the... Perforos has this last ability I don't think most people use, which is like red 2 generic. For creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So actually, it's making a bunch of tokens that it can then buff up later. So that's pretty neat. It's not infinite, but it does a bunch of damage. Bunch of damage is good enough for me. It's good enough for this show, that's for sure. Okay, one more freebie before we go into hardcore super chat mode. Phyrexian Negator, Berserk. Does that really work? Turn tool with duels and a ritual. Phyrexian Negator. Okay, we need the dark ritual. And then you just want 2 berserks? Oops, there's no such card as berserks, but there is card berserk. Does that work? Oh, I guess so. It like doubles the cards. Okay, so we dark ritual into Phyrexian Negator, which is randomly just a 5/5 creature for 3 mana. Make sure it doesn't take any damage. You'll regret it. And then we play Berserk on this twice. It's a green instant. Cast Berserk only before the combat damage step. Target creature gains trample and +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is its power. So it goes from 5 to 10, and it goes from 10 to 20. At the beginning of the next end step, destroy that creature if it attacked this turn. That's fine, because hopefully our opponent is stone cold, out cold. Stone cold, out cold. Okay, next up, we got Crowned Stag. Did we do that? No, we did not do this one. Oh, you told me in advance that it was not infinite, huh? That's fine. Potential infinite turns? Potential, huh? Is it Chronarch? Mark of Eviction. And Stitch in Time. Got 4 turns in a row once. Okay, so it's like, if you're lucky, if you got some good luck, maybe you're gonna get a lot of turns. If not, you could go infinite, maybe you just get a lot of turns. Who knows? Is it Chronarch, a 5-mana 2/2 human wizard? Enters the battlefield to return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Mark of Eviction, enchant creature. And I'm assuming we're gonna enchant this one. At the beginning of your upkeep, return enchanted creature and all auras attached to that creature to their owner's hands. Return target instant. So we're gonna return. So we return this thing to our hand to replay it. Oh yeah, we're gonna replay it so that we can get the Stitch in Time back. Flip a coin. If you win a flip, take an extra turn after this one. That's it. So you're just gambling on getting these extra turns, basically. So it's just a roll of the dice. If it comes up heads, we get an extra turn. If we don't get an extra turn. So the whole point is just rebouncing the Is it Chronarch every single turn. I mean, you got 4 in a row? What were the odds there? You got 4 in a row once. So that means it was 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5 equals... You got a 1 in... I don't know what this is. Times... Oops, not times 100. Oops. Oh, no, it was... Oh, yeah, times 100. You had a 6.25% chance of that ever happening. Unbelievable. Oh, maybe your math is better than mine. We don't use exponents in this chat. We're not the most mathy of math people. I can do a little bit of probability. I don't think I was supposed to multiply that by 100 at the end, but it worked. I got the right answer anyway, more or less. Okay, we got Eric Stevenson. It's all super chats from here on out. Someone might donate to the freebie section. We got Grand Abolisher. We got Spellbinder. The Spellbinder imprints Teferi's Protection. Okay, thank you very much. Teferi's Protection. And we need Whisper Silk Cloak. Let's hope I understand what the hell this does. So, okay, at the very least, we're going to Spellbinder the Teferi's Protection, which, like, until end of turn, your life total can't change. All your perms phase out, then you exile Teferi's Protection, but that's fine because we put it on Spellbinder. We can imprint it on this thing. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may copy the imprint its instant and play the copy without paying its mana cost. And our Grand Abolisher is going to get in the red zone. It is a 2-mana 2/2. During your turn, your opponents can cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Better believe that we can. And then Whisper Silk Cloak says, equipped creature can't be blocked and has Shroud. Oh my god. Okay, so you're going to get... But can't they play spells? During your turn, your opponents can't... Oh no, they can't cast spells either. They can do absolutely nothing. So they can't do a squat. You're going to hit them. You're going to Spellbinder the Teferi's Protection. Everything phases out, and you're basically invincible, and you just win the game. Cool card. That is neat. 6.25% chance of getting 2... That was my math. That's what I came up with, too. None of that 2 point... None of that! You're off by 2%. You know? You'd lose partial marks in a statistics class. Alright, next up, we got Zachary, who has been very patiently waiting for this super chat to come through. I think you were one of the first super chatters, Zachary. Okay, Zarg, the Raise Boar. But I always get to my super chatters. I get to every single one. You still around here, Zachary? And you want Metamai the Ageless? Please be here, Zachary! Hang in there! Okay, this is the 6-mana 4/4. It deals combat damage to a player. You get an extra turn after this one. And it can't attack during extra turns. But then we got Yarg! I can't tell if this is an I and L. It's a little bit lowercase than the other one. The Raise Boar. It is a 5-mana 6/6 Boar God with Trample. Whenever Yarg, the Raise Boar, attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Return that creature to your owner's hand at beginning of the next end step? Oh my god! You may put it into its owner's, when Eorg, the Raise Boar, dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library third from the top. Wow, you broke the Metamai the Ageless. That's insane. This is just a clean 2-card infinite mana combo in Jeskai colors. Jeskai would die for that thing. It's Ilarg. Thank you very much, Arcanus. The new avatar really pops for you. I love it. It's a perfect avatar. It's easy math. 1 coin flip 50%. 2 coins 25. 3 12.5. 4 6.255. It just gets worse from there and on. Okay, I like that. That's actually a beautiful, dangerous combo. And that, you know what? Like, people would be like, oh, what are they going to put in play with the Raise Boar? And then all of a sudden, Metamai the Ageless! And it gets returned? Unbelievable. Okay, next up, we're going to Crowborn Chaos. Do I have a Chaos-like sound effect for you? Not really. Is your latest AI card video okay? It is removed. It's not removed, it is scheduled. It will be out in 3 weeks. The whole point of these evening shows is that they're going to come about. They're going to show up like 3 weeks from now while I'm on vacation. Thank you very much, Crowborn Chaos, with that super chat. We're going to give that to somebody. I don't even know if Crowborn Chaos is here. You hear Crowborn Chaos? You hear? Did you get the message? Okay, who is still adamantly... Is there still... Oh no, there's still super chats. You see the super chats? So long as there's super chats, the stream goes on. Okay, I need to get a combo. People have to spit out some combos here. If the combos can have multiples, how about 14 Relentless Rats? You are a funny person. You're a funny person, cardboard box. Very funny. Okay, Abzo. Drog Skull. The Drog Skull? There's only one? Okay, you were not specific, so this is actually getting disqualified. I don't know which Drog Skull you're talking about. Let's give it to... Balrog. Yurlock. Isochron Scepter. Isochron Scepter. And Dramatic Reversal. Ah. You like being dramatic, don't you, Paul Rog? Okay, Dramatic Reversal is a blue 1 generic instant. Untap all non-land permanents you control. And we're putting it straight on the Isochron Scepter. So we have infinite untaps. You activate, we're going to untap everything. Don't we? Except the lands. That's okay. Because we have Urlock, the Scorched Thrash. For 4 mana, we have a 4/4 Vigilance. And a player losing unspent mana causes that player to lose that much life. And we are going to have infinite mana. We're going to bring back Mana Burn, people. And we're going to make sure that we can use it, but our opponents can't. Each player adds Jund mana. So we're going to keep adding that mana through Isochron Scepter and Dramatic Reversal, but we're going to use it on our Urlock, on the Dramatic Reversal, or sorry, on the Isochron Scepter, but our opponents can't, and they're going to mana burn themselves to death. Excellent combo. Okay, next up, we've got Alphaner. Thank you very much for your super chat. Another Shield Dread combo. This is these are very, very, very expensive Shield bad combos. Sometimes a bad combo just needs an expensive card in it. Got the Roaming Throne and Forced Fruition? Has Alphanerd broken Forced Fruition? We're going to find out in a second. Okay, Forced Fruition is the enchantment. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, they draw 7 cards. Then they will draw themselves to death. Okay, Roaming Throne, 4 mana, 4/4. Choose a creature type when it enters the battlefield. Roaming Throne is the chosen type in addition to its other types. If a triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers, it triggers an additional time. I don't know if this is necessary, but I guess we're going to name Phyrexian Praetor. And I guess when our opponent draws cards, they're going to lose double the life. So what, they draw 7, lose 14, then lose 28? Before they know it, they are toast. Where'd you get the blue mana? This is a very good question. What, for Forced Fruition? Or for Dramatic Reversal? For Dramatic Reversal, you don't need anything. Because you just make a copy of it with Isochron Scepter, right? I don't think that was what you were asking about, but probably the Forced Fruition. One with nothing. I you know what? I didn't think I'd go back to the freebie section. One with nothing and Hazoret the Fervent, but I have to do this one. I have to. Hazoret. It just made me laugh. It's indestructible and has haste, but it can't attack or block unless you have 1 or fewer cards in your hand. Well, we got the solution for you, Hazoret, and that is one with nothing. You discard your hand, and then all of a sudden, you are free. Gobi is free to attack and block at will. Okay, next up, we got Skeptical Hippo, which is, what is this? Captain of the Mist and Splinter Twin. Those two go together? I've heard of a lot of Splinter Twin combos. I didn't hear that one. And then we have a Splinter Twin. How the hell does this work? Why is it Splinter? Scryfall tried to autocorrect Splinter Twin into Sprinter Twin. Trying to be fast around here like that Hazoret. Okay, Splinter Twin. Enchanted creature. Has tap, put a token of it onto the battlefield, and has haste, you have to exile it at end of turn. Then we have Captain of the Mists. The Captain. A 3 mana, 2/3 human wizard. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, untap Captain of the Mists. Okay, so we tap it. We get a token. We untap it. You can also pay a blue 1 generic. Tap, you may... Oh, no, that's it. So whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, untap Captain of the Mists. This is totally a Splinter Twin combo. Not instant speed creature, but it literally works. This is actually broken. This is like a broken combo with a very unorthodox card. What's the other ability? Pay a 2 mana tap. You may tap or untap target permanent. That is weird. I mean, I guess the thing is, like, there's all sorts of cards you can Splinter Twin with, but I just never heard of this one. Yeah, Never-Ending Captains. And they're all going to come into play untapped. And it's infinite. And you kill them. I'm the real captain. No, I'm the real captain. No, I'm the real captain. Platonic Liquid with Infinite Basalt Monolith. Untap Basalt. The 1-card combo. If anyone did not know, we got 3 mana. I always found it was weird that they designed it like this. So it doesn't untap during your untap step, but like it can untap itself. You pay 3 mana. You can also pay 3 mana to untap it. Like it's a built-in infinite tapping combo. I just thought it was weird that like, I mean, it's an old card. Like this is super old. This is beta old. It's alpha old. Look at that. Tap to add 3 colorless mana to your mana pool. Does not untap as normal during untap phase, but can be untapped at any time for 3 mana. Tapping this artifact can be played as an interrupt. Everything can be played as an interrupt these days. Activate your Captain of the Mists as interrupt speed. We got Crown Stag is back for more. Teferi's Tutelage. Had 4 of them apparently. And Psychic Possession, also 2 of them. Sorry, not 4. We need 4 of them. Psychic Possession, and then we need Vision Skeins. How the hell is this thing going to work? Okay, this is a blue 1 generic instant. Each player draws 2 cards. Okay, we gotta do the math, people. So we have 4 Psychic Possessions in play. Enchant opponent. Skip your draw step. Whenever enchanted opponent draws a card, you may draw a card. Each player draws 2 cards. So I guess that's what triggers it. And then we have Teferi's Tutelage, 3 mana. Enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. Oh! Okay, so I draw 2 cards, they mill 2 cards. And then we're gonna make them draw a card. And if they draw a card, I draw a card. So hold on, how does this work? Okay, so hold on. So you want 4 of these in play. So there's going to be 4 triggers. 4 draw triggers. Whenever enchanted opponent draws a card, you may draw a card. So you drew 4 cards. And with those 4 cards... I don't even know what's the point of the drawing card thing. This thing can draw a card by itself. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. So I drew 4. They mill 8, but then it ends, right? Like, I don't know. The milling doesn't trigger anything. They draw 2, you draw 10, they mill 10. That's it, right? Okay. Oh, you draw... Okay, we draw more than I thought we did. Each player draws 2 cards. So I draw 2, they drew 2, but they drew 2, which means I draw 8. Oh, yeah, and then that's a total of 10. So we mill them for 10. Wait, they mill 20? With 4x... Oh, yeah, we have 4x Teferi's Tutelages. You draw 10 cards, they mill 40. Aha! We're going deeper. We're going deeper. See, like, we're not actually milling 20. We're milling 40. Con Man sees the whole thing through. That is a wild combo. That is so hard to put. That is maybe the worst combo ever on this show. Because you need to be playing a one-on-one format and have exactly all 4 copies of 2 cards in play. It is literally a 9-card combo. It is an absolute abomination. King Ginger. Okay, we got Spell Crumble. Oh, sorry, not Crumble. It's Crumple. Followed by Tunnel Vision. Oh, into Thoracle? Alright, Spell Crumple. Blue 1 generic. Counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, put it onto the bottom of its owner's library instead of into its player's graveyard. Put Spell Crumple on the bottom of its owner's library. Then we have Tunnel Vision. Name a card. Target player reveals cards on the top of their library. And I guess it's going to be us, and we're going to name the Spell Crumple. If it is... Okay, so you cards on the top of your library until the name card is revealed. If it is, that player puts the rest of the revealed cards into his graveyard. Oh no, and puts the name card on top of their library. Otherwise, the player shuffles his or her library. And then with no cards left, we play Tharthas's Oracle, and we claim the victory. The Victory Royale. We have LN Chan Gaming. I have no goddamn clue when you super chatted that. Really, you don't deserve anything here. I think I got actually one of your combos today. Where was the hell did that? When did that super chat even take place? Okay, here it is. You're actually under the threshold for a super chat. Booby Traps of Healy's Brilliance and Lantern. Okay, I got that one. I got that one, LN Chan Gaming. Do what I got you earlier. Do you know what that means? I'm going to donate your super chat. That's an old good combo. I like that combo, that's for sure. I feel like you have to play a one-on-one game is the hardest requirement these days. Yeah! Hey, you want to play a one-on-one game, you know, without the commander? We have 20 life, dude. Yeah, it's even harder than having 4 copies of the card in play. So many things have to go right for that combo to be pulled off. Yeah, I'll give it to Arcanus. Once got Primordial Hydra to a bazillion. Okay, sounds like there's some luck involved in this. Primordial Hydra. And Colonial Hydra. Colonial. Oops. And Strionic. Resonator. Oh, this is that weird thing. Okay, so you're trying to get... So we can copy stuff? Pay 2, tap. Copy target, triggered ability that you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. So what part of this is like luck? Maybe there is no luck. You create your own luck around here. Okay, it's a green X. There's a battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, double the counters. Oh, you just have to survive long enough, and it will just get that big. Primordial Hydra has trample as long as it has 10 or more +1/+1 counters. Well, I'm sure it's not going to be hard to pull off. Colonial Hydra. We have a 5-mana Hydra. Enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it, and when it attacks, double it. Also double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. This is insane. This also doubles. And then on top of that, this thing's gonna double the activated abilities or triggered abilities. Oh, copy target triggered abilities. So you attack, you double again. Unbelievable. Broken counters doubling Hydra combo. Alright, thank you very much, everybody. And that's it for today. That's all for bad combos that actually work. A lot of people, you gotta check out chat. A lot of great, cool bad combos in chat. If you want to be part of the show, you gotta be here. 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Except, actually, by the time you see this, it won't really matter. Okay, by the way, we are doing this also still for one more day. Today was the second last evening stream. Tomorrow is the last evening stream. Be there for 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on January 5th. If you're watching on the replay, it's too late. That was like 3 weeks ago. Thank you so much to everyone who supports the channel. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to contribute to be part of the show, I really appreciate it. And also the chat appreciates it, especially when you donate. And of course, we got to thank the coffee crew who shows up today in the morning, right, and the evening. The hot cocoa crew, like Station Disaster. We've got Crown Stag, Platonic Liquid, KenCon, Toads, Palrog, Arcana Sam, Darkest Angel, Toads Yesus, Abzo Sleepy. We've got King Ginger, Steve Cooper, Jas Blaze. We got Jesus. Who else do we have? Ben Mansfield, Avatar of Woe, Christopher B. Am I missing anyone? The Jaded. We got Boar. Oh, thank you very much, Jesus, for becoming a member of the Coffee Crew. Or the Hot Cocoa Crew. We got Tracer as well. Am I missing a Kankusha? Because you guys are the show, remember. You guys are the show. So as usual, keep brewing up those cocos, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.